So being there, being present, seeing the wall, seeing families that are on either side of the wall interacting with each other, holding their hands up to the wall, pushing their fingers through the mesh to touch each other, is something that I'll never forget. My name is Kellie Lewis. I am the college counselor at King's High School. I had a major in Latin American studies in college and traveled to South America and Central America a number of times, so I feel a more personal connection, getting proximate. We talk about a lot the importance of being proximate to issues that you're learning about. But I hadn't been to the border ever, so one of the most impactful experiences that I had was attending border church. So we were there on a Sunday morning on the Mexico side. So there's the Mexico side and the US side, and there's a pastor on each side. And there are 10 people allowed from the US side to come in every Sunday, and as many people as they want can come on the Mexico side. And there's worship, and there's communion, and there's singing, and there's prayer, and it's this beautiful 30-minute church service that happens with the wall in between. And there's this one segment of the wall where people can approach on both sides, and people can touch through the mesh. The mesh is small, so you can't touch all of your fingers, but you can definitely touch your pinky finger. Hearing a little girl call out to her mom on the other side, watching a woman show pictures of a baby on her phone through the mesh on the other side, and seeing people pull up chairs and smash their knees up to the wall just to get close to their family member, is a brokenness that I've never seen before. Yet, in the midst of it all, they're singing, "Great is thy faithfulness," in English and Spanish. And you look up and you see the sky, and you see that it's vast and it's big, and birds are flying free from one side to the other. And I found the greatness of God and the presence of God to be so poignant there, more than anywhere I've ever seen before. Becoming a mom last year completely changed me and the way that I view the world, the way that I view pretty much any situation. Learning firsthand from people is so different than watching a video on your phone of a woman sharing her story about being separated from her children. But when you're sitting 5 feet away from her and she's telling you her raw experience, you can't not be changed from that. You whether you want to be or not, your whole just perspective and connection to the issue changes. And I think by telling story, you can remove that kind of prickliness that happens when you talk with people about it. Real families are affected, real people are affected, and it's hard to talk about politics without talking about the people that are affected, because politics affect policies which affect people. To hear mothers speak who are separated from their children just shouldn't be happening. I went home thinking, I don't know how I got so lucky to be able to go home and see Avery. And I immediately went home that night that I got home and Avery was sleeping, and I went into her room and grabbed her and held her and just started sobbing. I consider it such a gift to be able to be with her and know that I won't be separated from her in that capacity ever. And I lucked out. It just happened that I got that lot. So I'm filled with gratitude, but I also feel so much more connected to the issue. The more that I learn about Jesus and the way that he lived and the people that he spent time with, the more that I have wanted to learn about different people, different cultures, marginalized communities, because I think those are the people that Jesus really has the heart for and was extremely clear on how we're supposed to interact with and treat those people. Working with Mr. Crane to develop the King Social Justice Program, my heart just like explodes about that part of my job, and I feel incredibly grateful that I got to be involved in that, because it's kind of an add-on to my job, but it's like the thing that fuels me.